Hi, it's David from Results by Design Personal Training on Battersea Park Road. A lot of people these days like to use the word core, and it tends to get overused. When people think of the word core, everyone automatically thinks really just abs. Whereas that's a really small view of a really important area that we need to work. Now, the core, or as athletes performers prefer to call it, pillar strength, which I think is a much better word, it actually encompasses what it is. Now, a pillar is the most important bit in a building. Whenever you get a building, you look around, you're trying to move stuff around, there's certain things you can't change, and that's things like pillars, stuff like that. It's part of the structure and the foundation. Now, pillar strength incorporates, yes, it does incorporate the front here, so this area abdominals, also at the back, but it's also important because it's like a can. So you've got the abs, back muscles, all surrounding here, and on top you've got the diaphragm, and below you've got the pelvic floor muscles, all pushing in to create a nice stable core. On top of those, we also include the shoulders and the hips. This is really where the power comes from. A lot of people say the power comes from the core. Really, the power actually comes from your hips and glutes, and is then transmitted through your pillar and your shoulder out into your extremities whenever you're doing, whether it's a tennis serve, discus, throwing a punch, whatever it might be. Again, a lot of the pillar is designed to transfer power from your legs through into your pillar, so that's your hips, through your torso, through your shoulders, so you can then transfer it through into your fist when you're doing a punch, stuff like that. So a few exercises that we're going to do is, one is just going to be a very basic plank. So again, very common exercise, a lot of people do it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down, forearms, always easy to better put your forearms on the pad so it's more comfortable. Take the legs behind you, feet together. Now the key here, you want to squeeze your glutes and your quads nice and tight. Keep your abs in tight. Tuck your chin in, so you're not protruding your head forward. And you can have a look at your hands here. Okay, we're in a perfectly straight line. You don't want to be arched here or tucked under. And you want to try and hold that for as long as you can. Any time when you're doing any sort of plank movement, you should never feel it in your lower back. If you do feel it in your back, it means you've arched a little bit and you've gone too far. Stop, reset, start the exercise again. Try and build up to doing 3 sets of about a minute. Now the other thing you can do is also side planks, which we're going to go over another time, not going to do it today. And one of the beautiful things that we learned from athletes' performances, we then went from planks into what's called wall drills. So we get a little bit more functional, standing upright, here, holding these positions, which is a lot more how a sprinter might use it, or how we use it in everyday life when we're standing up. It's a good isolation exercises and exercises on the floor are great, but we need to then transfer them exercises in some sort of standing or movement-based exercise so we can actually use that strength that we've gained. If we just do a lot of stuff on the floor, so if we're doing like mat work classes, stuff like that, it doesn't really transfer very well into standing. That's all we have time for, so please keep an eye out for our next blog. Again, any questions, just email it in. Thank you. Bye.